The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Eastern High School in Middletown, Kentucky. Welcome to our broadcast of high school football on Louisville Football Friday on Glycon. Tonight, it's the homestanding Eastern Eagles against the visiting South Oldham Dragons. I'm Keith Elkins, Mike Shelton alongside for tonight's game. And Mike, we've got a team in Eastern, the home team here, who had a bitter loss last week. They lost on the last play of the ball game, trying to bounce back under the new coach, Adrian Morton. This is an exciting time, an exciting era, but they'll be looking to bounce back this week following the opening loss.
Yeah, Mr. Morton is a wonderful coach. Coached at Ballard for about 3 or 4 years, had great success. One of the few public school coaches that's beaten Mill High School, not repeatedly, but given them game and won against them. Eastern has always been in a rebuild, but I think with Coach Morton, they're going to be in a upward trajectory from this point forward. First game jitters probably got them, and frankly, new schemes, new attitudes, new everything with Coach Morton. So the future looks bright for Eastern. It's just a matter of them playing within the system and sticking to their assignments and making it work.
And for South Oldham, they got off to a good start last week, a 26-0 win over Meade County, a game that featured a couple of defensive touchdowns. So Coach Kane Sams had to be pretty happy with the opening night showing.
He had to be. 5A football is probably the most underrated football in the state of Kentucky. Invariably, they have some of the best teams ranked throughout the year, from Fort Thomas Highlands through the years to your various schools down in southern Kentucky, Pulaski County and the others. So it's a very tough class to come out of and win in. South Oldham has built a good program. I believe they've had some luck in the playoffs here of recent years, and any win is you'll take it. It just doesn't matter. So the best thing you can do is build upon it, stay within your system and your schemes, and find that kid you didn't realize was as good as he is.
Well, it'll be a beautiful night for football here at Eastern. Tonight's weather forecast is presented by HKC Roofing. For the best gutter guard on the market, call 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. And we've got an 81-degree temperature reading right now as we near kickoff time. We expect the temperature to drop as the evening goes along, but it'll be very comfortable here, reaching a low of about 69 degrees at about 10 p.m. tonight. So it should be a great night for football here in week 2 of high school football in Kentucky. Eastern and South Oldham coming up. We'll continue with our pregame report after this break. We'll hear from South Oldham coach Kane Sams in just a moment on Glycon.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 Male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Talking with Coach Kane Sams of South Oldham, and Coach, you opened with a nice 26-0 win, a game that over Meade County that included a couple of defensive touchdowns. Tell me about your summary of that game from the coach's point of view.
Well, you can't hold an opponent to zero unless your defense has done a lot of really good things. You don't accidentally shut out another team, and it was a lot of hard work and preparation went into it by our defensive staff and the players buying into that game plan. And I tell you, it wasn't hard for us to motivate the boys. I mean, we knew that they had a really good back and a really big line from film, and so they definitely passed the look test. And there was a lot of evidence to be able to get the kids to buy in, and they did.
You've got a player in Sam Dawson that has attracted a lot of attention. I understand he has a verbal commitment to Louisville, and he's 6'4" and around 290, 295. Obviously, he has the size to be a Division I player, but tell me about his skills and what makes him an exceptional football player.
This time last year, he was wearing number 0. On offense, we were using him as like an H-back tight end. He was 265 pounds, and he was not sure if he was an edge defender, an interior defender. His athleticism is really, really good to be someone his size. And then as the season went on, we had an injury on the offensive line, and we needed him to help out a little bit more on the offensive line. And I think in that transition, it was part of him realizing that he is an interior lineman. And that's whenever he kind of saw that, then, Louisville and other colleges obviously agreed with that. And, that's what's helped him is like he is a really big athlete that has put on good weight over the course of the last year. And so, I mean, whenever it's not like he's a 360-pound kid that's slimmed down. He's a 260-pound kid that's bulked up. Mm-hmm. And, with good weights, and his speed and fast twitch fibers are still, like that. That's what separates him. To have someone that big that can move the way he can is unique.
And we'll be looking for number 55 in the ball game tonight. But tell me about maybe a couple of other individuals too that you are counting on for big things this year.
On that defense side of the ball, Charlie Temple, number 11. He's last year wasn't his first year playing football as a junior. He played his freshman year, didn't come out his sophomore year, came back his junior year, and just a big athlete. We didn't really know where to use him or how to use him. And then this offseason, he was fully committed to football, and we tried him at safety because his skill set and his speed is so good at 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 200 pounds. He obviously would have been an extremely large safety, but he was fast enough. And he ended up finding his home at outside linebacker. And I mean, he's just a very large, big kid in the box to have on the perimeter to the field side. So he makes it really tough on the offense to be able to get outside, to throw over him. And him in the blitzing game, he's very physical and aggressive. He's one that definitely is someone to keep an eye on. He's done a lot of really good things. On the offensive side of the ball, I mean, Sam is the only senior on the offensive line, so it's a young group, but they are very hungry. So it wouldn't be fair for me to announce any of them, but our line is every day is showing growth. We have 2 offensive line coaches, and they get a lot of that credit, but they've got those boys bought in. I mean, they do everything they're asked. Adrian Miles did a really good job, number 3 at quarterback. He was a safety his first 2 years in our program as a freshman, sophomore, and then making the transition to offense is probably not his primary position, but his leadership is really good. His want to be great. And he sets a high standard for himself. He is without a doubt his toughest coach on himself. I mean, he wants and expects himself to do great. And so, I mean, all those guys are guys that you should be able to keep an eye on.
All right. Well, thanks very much, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com. Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back. We are at Eastern High School in Middletown, Kentucky tonight on a beautiful night for high school football. The inside look at tonight's game is presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. I'm Keith Elkins, Mike Shelton alongside. He played at Georgetown College and has coached on several levels for many years. Kevin Maldonado is our producer tonight. Max Gorley is our camera operator. That's your Glycod crew. And Mike, as we take a look at these two teams coming into just the second game of the season, but every game is big. And as we mentioned earlier, a very tough loss for Eastern last week that they'll be trying to come back from. How do you see this one shaping up tonight?
Well, it's good to get competition. It's good to, in practice you can play your ones against your twos, but you don't really get the ones against the ones. Just not enough good ones out there. So with that said, it's just a good test. It's not a district game. It's not a Class 6A. or 5A game. So there's nothing negative about it. It's just a matter of getting reps in, learning the system, playing within the system, and proving to yourself that you can play.
And then, of course, the early stages of any game are very important. You don't want to lose momentum, give it up early in the ball game, have a quick score or something like that. You got to come out and try to be steady right away, don't you?
Early in the season, special teams are so important just because that's where mistakes are made, not only from an offensive perspective, but also from a defensive perspective. So staying in your lanes on kickoff and punt and, then finding a man to block on the return team, and then obviously hanging on to the football. That's 90% of the battle tonight with most of these teams.
And each team, of course, is learning as they go along, but with Eastern and the new coach this year, Coach Morton, a veteran coach, but new at Eastern, they're learning a bunch, I would think, about each other as the season goes along.
New terminology, new schemes, possibly even new defenses. Some kids who played, at position A last year play position B this year. So there's just a lot of. And, Coach Morton, probably brought some kids with him, not recruited them, but, they just sort of migrated because they were going to Ballard, but now they're at Eastern type thing. So with that said, I just think that you've got you wouldn't say a rebuild, but you just got a process you have to go through. And what it really matters is when October hits, and that's when the district's game play, and that's where you get your seedings for the playoffs. So right now, you just want to get as many offensive plays as you can and as few defensive plays as you can to make sure your offense gets the reps, because that's what matters.
And just briefly here, the South Oldham team won a game in which they scored a couple of defensive touchdowns, and I know Coach Sams is very happy about that, and he'll want to keep that pressure on tonight.
Oh, I would think, the gas pedal's down for South Oldham's offense. I mean, if they went and played Meade County, which is perennially a very good 6A opponent, and they shut them out 26-0, and they're going to continue to build on that. They're going to find kids open in seams and do what they can. They got some good size on their offensive and defensive line, so it wouldn't shock me if they stuck with a run-oriented type game plan and just tried to pound it down Eastern's throat.
That's an inside look at tonight's game presented by Blinds Direct. This broadcast is authorized by Eastern High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation of all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back with more of our pregame report in just a moment, including comments from Eastern head coach Adrian Morton right after this on Glycod.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreesteam.seminin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Talking with Coach Adrian Morton of Eastern High School, and Coach, your team is going to be bouncing back from a very tough loss last week. How have they responded this week for you in practice?
Well, it's been a good week of practice. We lost because, last week because we weren't fundamentally sound. And so sometimes you got to sink to your level of training. That's what we talk about, relying on our technique and just being physical. And just making sure, when we have an opportunity to make the play, we make it and we don't pass it along to the next teammate.
I've heard you express your philosophy as ideally you run the ball and play solid defense. Tell me about how that's working so far in the few weeks that you've worked with this team.
I think we're getting there. We didn't have the output defensively or, in the run game that we wanted. And again, it starts up front. Like we said today, the game plan is to block and tackle.
Isaac Rodriguez put some good numbers up last week. Tell me about his development as a quarterback.
Oh, man, I love that kid. I've got a chance to, coach him since his freshman year and just see him growth. And now he's, the starting quarterback. And there's some things he still needs to improve on. We'd like to see him at times, make decision-making a little bit better. But he's doing a phenomenal job for going into his second start.
I know it's very much a team game, but we always look for a few individuals, people that you are expecting a lot from. Can you give us a couple of players to look for tonight?
No doubt. Defensively, Aiden Owens and Sean Thompson are our leaders on the defensive line, and then Gabe Killingsworth, who is our inside middle linebacker. He's, we go as he goes. Offensively, we want to see a little more production out of Jack Pachauer. Our center, he's a senior, just driving his feet a little more. Obviously Isaac, and then, receiver Ben Mathis has done a phenomenal job for us. So, again, we're just trying to get better with every rep and continue to grow. And like I tell them, we got to be playing our best ball by the end of the season.
And what about I guess you call it buy-in? Now, you're the new coach, you're a veteran coach, but new here. How has that worked so far?
It's been an adjustment for both parties, and we're getting there. I have to meet them where they're at and get them to grow. And that's, again, if we can just, do the fundamental things with full intentional effort, we can be a good football team. We don't need to wait till 3 years down the road. We can do it now.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the other things that a new coach, even one with experience, has to do at a new school? Who do you need to touch base with? How do you build a good constituency in addition to working with your players every day?
Yeah, we want to be known in the community. We've done a lot to just get out to the programs that feed to our school to make sure those kids know we want them here. Kids want to be coached, and we want to coach kids that want to play at the next level, kids that want to play a physical brand of football. So just being seen, being heard, getting those kids on our campus now at an earlier age. My kids are in elementary school, so getting them and their friends on campus is important to me. But just, we want to build this thing for the long run. I plan on being here for a long, long time. So I'm learning patience.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back at Eastern High School, glad you've joined us on Glycod this evening as we get set for game time between Eastern and South Oldham. And Eastern lost its opener to Valley. 0-1 is the Eastern record, and 1-0 is the South Oldham record as they come in off a 26-0 win over Meade County last week. Captains meeting at midfield. It's going to be a beautiful evening for football, and while football players have to be ready to go in any kind of weather, Mike, it's always nice to be able to play on a beautiful evening like this one.
It's an uncharacteristic August evening. Typically, it's in the 90s and a little humid, and this is a welcomed event. Let's put it that way. 80, 85. And sunny, a nice little breeze. Looks like it's somewhat out of the north. Anyway, if you don't like high school football and you don't like this weather, then I'm not sure, what else we can do for you.
I'm not sure what you're looking for then. If you don't like an evening like this. It is a very nice setting here at Eastern, a beautiful campus, and a good crowd showing up tonight, too, for the Eagles' second game of the season, as they try to even their record at 1-1. And we see some stars in these two lineups tonight, and Sam Dawson for South Oldham, a verbal commit to Louisville. He's going to play Division I football, and there's some other top-flight players here too. So week to week, we're going to see a lot of fine athletes this year.
There's some size on the South Oldham side of the ball. Eastern has some size, but nothing compared to South Oldham. Mr. Dawson is, I believe he's 6'4", 6'5", 260, 250. I mean, that is D1 makeup right there. That's what they need at any D1 school. So anyway, wish him nothing but the best of luck in his endeavor with that.
All right, we'll take one final break. Back with a kickoff after this on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, your premier metal recycling solution. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Interstate Batteries and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday.
Welcome back. We are set to go here at Eastern High School. Just had our playing of the national anthem, and this big crowd settling into their seats, waiting for some good football tonight. As the homestanding Eastern Eagles take the field, they'll be wearing the blue jerseys, black pants, white numerals for Eastern, and white helmets. And the Dragons of South Oldham in the green pants and white jerseys with the green numerals and the green helmets. Under Coach Kane Sams, Coach Adrian Morton in his first year at Eastern. Here come the Dragons now, and they will be kicking it off. It'll be Ben Mathis back deep for Eastern. Junior Nolden also back deep for the Eagles.
Kicking off for the Dragons, number 82, Jair Funes.
Jair Funes will kick it off for South Oldham.
Back deep for the Eagles, number 11, Ben Mathis. And number 12, Junior Nolden.
Funes 5'10", 180, and a senior. And he'll boot it away here momentarily to get this one underway from Eastern High School on our Louisville Football Friday, week 2 of the high school football season. Mathis number 11 and Nolden number 12 back for Eastern. It'll be Mathis at the lower part of your screen as he gets ready to receive this one. But first it'll be Funes to deliver the kick. And he approaches the ball, and we are underway from Eastern High School. It'll be Mathis taking it at about the 11-yard line. Comes up quick to the 20, 25, got some room. He's at the 40. He's going to cross midfield and then is wrestled down in South Oldham territory. And a great start for Eastern and some excellent field position, Mike, for the Eagles on their opening possession.
That's how you bounce back after a disappointing loss. You found the seam in the middle. It was just an excellent run. They had a couple safeties back on South Oldham that caught up with him, but other than that, it was a great executed kickoff return.
Brandon Cunningham with the stop for South Oldham. So here come the Eagles from the 41-yard line in South Oldham territory. That's the way the game will begin for them. We'll have Isaac Rodriguez at quarterback for Eastern. The 5'11", 185-pound junior had a good ball game against Valley. Right-hander fires toward the left side. Got his man out there. That is Martin. And Martin is tackled at the 36. Tristan Martin, running back, caught that one.
Looked like a little bubble screen to the left hash. They went 4 wide and sucked out a linebacker and then collapsed in. Nice play, good first down. And I'm sorry, first play.
Coach Morton very happy with the play of his quarterback, the junior, Isaac Rodriguez, in last week's ball game. 12 for 22 for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in that 30-28 defeat to Valley. Valley scored on the final play of the game. Here's Martin taking the handoff, hits into the left side. Now close to the first down marker.
Yeah, good inside run. It looks like, Eastern's plan at this point is to keep their skill players, there being South Oldham skill players, spread out. They got a 3-man front, and at that point they just had 2 linebackers because they had spread out. They went 3 wide, one side, 2 wide, the other side. So
They're down at the 34-yard line now in South Oldham territory. So it's still got about 3.5 to go for a first down.
Looks like they went.
Lance out to the right down near the bottom of your screen for Eastern.
Fumble snap.
Just a scramble on that one, trying to retain possession.
Yeah, fumble snap. Looked like they went to a tight formation. They were probably going to try to do a misdirection type inside handoff or something of that nature. And he just fumbled the snap, got a little ahead of himself coming off center.
So now 4th down and about 4. All right on the 35-yard line. So you want to get something going early, and they'll try to convert on this 4th and 4.
Definitely 4-down territory. I mean, you got momentum. You need to try to keep it if you can.
On 4th and 4, Isaac Rodriguez. It's Mathis in motion, and now a whistle.
They got the timeout before they. You had 2 men in motion at one time, and I'm not sure that you can do that. So Coach Morton called a timeout, to prevent an illegal procedure, false start.
Okay, we'll take a quick break here on the timeout, and we'll be right back with more football from Eastern High School in just a moment on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We are back and getting ready for this 4th and 4 play from the 35-yard line for Eastern. Eagles are set, and now bobbled again. This time Rodriguez picks it up. The ball's tipped as it tries to throw over the middle and falls to the turf. Could have easily been picked off, but the 4th down play is stopped, and South Oldham, after the big kickoff return, will now take over on offense.
Just didn't handle the snap very well. It looked like it may have been a little high and outside of the range. And anytime a quarterback drops a football like that, it just you lose focus downfield. So fortunate they didn't turn it over in the backfield.
So now we see the Dragons offense for the first time. Taking over at the 35-yard line in their own territory. Quarterback is Adrian Miles, wearing number 3, 6'2", 170-pound junior. He takes the snap, wants to throw. Left-hander fires long down the right sideline, and the catch is made near the 32-yard line.
Wow. Nice throw, nice catch.
Charlie Temple with the catch.
Actually good coverage. There was nothing wrong with that coverage. It's just the ball was dropped in the right spot.
Yeah, he was right there.
You can't really complain about that coverage at all. It was just a good play.
Marcus Burks with the tackle for Eastern, but a great throw and a great catch, and now the Dragons are in business at the 32-yard line in Eastern territory. So a big play on the first offensive play for South Oldham. This time they'll keep it on the ground. That is Evan Hickerson.
Number 6, Davila, the ball carrier.
Or make it Davila, Juels Davila.
Almost reminds me of the USC student body right, student body left play. Basically a jet sweep, and it looks like the lineman peeled out left and picked the body, and he found the seam.
Davila, 190-pound senior, had a couple of carries, 20 yards gained, and a touchdown last week against Meade County. Pickup of about 3, so second down around 7 at the 29-yard line. Adrian Miles ready, takes it, and gives it off. Oh no, he faked the handoff to Greenwell and tried to toss it back then to Evan Hickerson, but that one just never did really get going.
It did not. It was a nice misdirection play. They actually had the numbers, and had the flip, had the toss been better, I think they picked up a first down. But a little behind him, fortunate to hang on to it, and got a few yards, but not enough to matter.
3rd and 7.
Still at 3rd and 7 for South Oldham, following the big play to open the drive. Now he fires out to his left, and there is Dixon, but he is immediately brought down. Christian Dukes with the play.
Yeah, Dukes read that perfectly. He was playing that weak side linebacker, and he collapsed on him, and there was really nothing to do with that. So I'm going to assume we're going.
Loss of 5 on the play. It's
now 4th down. 4th down at about 12.
They're going for it, looks like.
And at the 34-yard line, so they will give it a shot here.
They could do a quick kick, but it looks like they're going for it.
Adrian Miles waves Hickerson in motion, and now Miles rolls to his right and then throws with the left hand, and the ball is tipped in the air and then caught for the first down near the 9-yard line.
Number 3, Miles, pass complete.
Work on tip drills every day in practice. Most coaches do. And the number one thing about a tip drill is you knock the ball to the ground. Never tip it upward. And that's a prime example why. And it was a great defensive play. He just, the receiver was in the right place at the right time.
Dixon with the catch. Anthony Dixon, senior, pulled it in, and now first and goal from the 9 for South Oldham. Scoreless here in the opening moments at Eastern High School. Miles takes it, and the official blows the whistle, tosses the flag before they get that one going.
Typically a false start if it's back judge.
So that'll back them up 5. So back it comes to the 14-yard line now. First and goal from the 14. Miles has it. Gives it off to Hickerson. He's tried to spin out of the tackle, but he fumbled the ball. And it looks like the Eagles have it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the defense.
That was Killingsworth came up with the recovery. And Eastern has a takeaway, and now they're back in business after stopping what looked like a promising South Oldham drive. Getting ready for the Eastern offense to come back on the field. You can see number 55 for South Oldham. That's Sam Dawson, the Louisville verbal commit, listed at 6'4" and 295. And Coach Sams was saying he's not a kid who weighed 360 and lost weight. He's a kid who weighed 260 and has put on the weight and made himself into a Division I player.
2 things you can't coach in football: size and speed. It's that simple.
And watch for number 55. You can bet Eastern is going to have to keep an eye on him tonight. First and 10 from about the 18.
That'd be an offside.
Flag before the snap.
So the flags fly.
Offside.
The officials confer. Now we'll get the ruling.
Got coach on the deep. You're up early. First down.
The encroachment move the ball down the field in the direction that Eastern likes, and then now they'll have a first about 6 or 7. Here's the play in the middle of the line. Tristan Martin carries it.
There's so much size up front for South Oldham. They're going to have to get somewhat creative and misdirection on them to get any type of seam.
Gain of 5, second down.
Second down now, and the yardage is 5 to get the first down after the penalty, of course, on the last play. And now at 2nd and 5. Here's the snap, and Rodriguez has a little bit of time. Now it's collapsing, and now down he goes.
Isaac Rodriguez.
There's Sam Dawson in there.
By number 55, Sam Dawson.
Good pressure. Looks like we got a man down.
One of the Eastern players shaken up on the play, and they will tend to him now. We'll take a break as they do that, and we'll come back and pick up on it in just a moment as we play in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back at Eastern High School, they're attending to the injured player. We've seen a couple of big plays by South Oldham on their drive. A couple of passes, one helped by a deflection, but neither team has been able to put it across yet. So the defenses are rallying when it comes time to make a stand.
Defense always outpaces offense in the early games of the season. You know, eventually offense gets their mojo down. You know, as Coach Morton mentioned, you know, you just got to start playing your best football towards districts in October and then hopefully into the playoffs in November.
Coach Morton headed out that way now. First-year coach at Eastern High School and a veteran coach. He had been at Ballard. First season at Eastern, had his 8-season career record, including his Ballard record, is 51-31. Led Ballard to the 6A semifinals in 2022 and 2023. Well, the injured player is Rex Adair, and he's being helped off the field now and not putting any weight on that right leg. Adair 6'1", 235. And a junior, so he's an important part of that offensive line. Good size.
He is. He's a good-sized kid, and you hate to see that early in the season. Hopefully he'll be able to rehab and hopefully get back in the game before the night's over, but it doesn't look promising.
All right, third down now. Ball at about the 18-yard line for Eastern. They need a little more than 11 for a first down. So Rodriguez gets him set. He looks and fires, and he's got Mathis wrestled down up near the 37-yard line, and he's got a first down.
Very nice play. A lot of action there. I think that's what Eastern's going to have to do, some quick hits and get them on their, get South Oldham on their heels to get things moving in their direction.
Call it the 38-yard line, a 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they really executed well on that play. Good throw and put Mathis in position to make the catch, which he did. And now the Eagles have a first down at their own 38-yard line. Snap to Rodriguez. He gets it to Mathis again, but this time Charlie Temple is right there to wrap him up.
They read that really well. The linebacker hung back, and he sort of knew what was happening here, so that was somewhat similar to the first play of the game.
Number 11, Charlie Temple on the tackle for the Dragons.
Again, they need to get vertical. Eastern has to get vertical to have any luck. They can't go horizontal.
About 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Still no score. So we have the makings of a very good ball game here tonight.
It
so
looks
far.
to be.
Yeah.
It does look to be.
Eastern and South Oldham. We're in week 2 on Louisville Football Friday. Glad you joined us on Glycod. There is Rodriguez. They're after him. He finds a receiver out near the 35-yard line.
Pass complete to number 88, Caleb Piggy.
Caleb Piggy on the catch. 6'2" sophomore, had 1 catch last week for 4 yards in the Eastern loss to Valley. Now 3rd down, they got to get to the 48 for a first down. Now the snap and the toss by Rodriguez. Caught by Martin, but not much room for him. They were ready for him. Greenwell was there, along with Dickamore, and they pulled him down. At the 39. Wilco Hagan will get ready to punt. Dixon will wait to return it for South Oldham. Dixon back about his 28-yard line. So Hagan ready. Has to take a couple of steps right to get the snap. It gets the kick away. Dixon has it, drops it, and a scramble for it.
I think Eastern got it.
Murray was in on that scramble, and Eastern has gotten the football. Brennan Murray was right there, 5'11" junior, and right on top of that ball. And Dixon may have been wanting to take a step or two before he caught that one. He might have been in a little bit of a hurry there.
He was definitely running before he caught it, that's for sure. And it just, he bobbled it, and like I say, special teams this time of year is always a challenge. That also during rainy days and windy days, but your first couple of weeks, your focus on special teams is just imperative.
So on the 30, Eastern tries to capitalize now with Rodriguez ready to take the snap, and Tristan Martin right there to his right. And the toss out to the right. Catch is made, but Cash Lance got it, but he was hit immediately.
Wasn't much of a yardage gainer, but 4 or 5 yards, I'm better than I thought. It was a great catch with pressure, so hats off to the catch.
So pick up 4 makes it 2nd and 6. Ball spotted at about the 27-yard line, 26-yard line. Still scoreless, just a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Here's the snap. The give is to Martin, and he's straight ahead, but met by Evan Hale.
Taken down by number 9, Evan Hale. Gain of 1. 3rd down.
3rd down for Eastern at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 5 for the Eagles as we'll get set to go under the 1-minute mark in the first quarter. Mathis out there to the left toward the top of your screen, and a teammate wide of him as well. And Now the snap, and Rodriguez has it, and throwing under pressure, fires long and out of bounds, out of range of everybody. But he was under some pressure there, Mike.
He was. Best thing he could do was get rid of it out of bounds, and he did, and nothing wrong with that at all. Actually had a man in the area, but just overthrew him and out of bounds.
So a 4th and 5, but pretty deep in South Oldham territory.
Field goal.
Hagen is in there. He was 4 for 4 on extra points last week against Valley. Mathis will hold for him, and Mathis kneels at the 32-yard line. And he'll try to hit from 42. And it is on way. Good distance. Is it there? Yes, it is. It's good. A 42-yard field goal by Gohagan comes with 39.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. And the score is Eastern 3 and South Oldham nothing. And we'll take a break. Be back with more in just a moment on Glycod.
Within reason, all Eastern.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Eastern has a 3-0 lead as we're late in the first quarter here, just under 40 seconds to go. And Mike, that was really good execution. Obviously a good kick, but good execution on the kick.
It was. That was impressive. High school, you know, to get a field goal out of a high school player 40, 45 yards is pretty impressive. You got to have a decent leg. I wouldn't say it was picture perfect, but it counts, and that's what matters.
Gohagan will now take care of the kicking chores. And the kick is away. That is Dixon. Looking for room around the right side, trying to turn the corner over there, and does, and gets up to the 40-yard line and then out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Anthony Dixon with a fine return. He just kept looking for room and finally found some.
He did. Eastern sort of collapsed, and he found the outside edge and was able to pick up several more yards. Nice run.
It's got to be always tempting on the special teams to close in just a little bit too quickly, and sometimes you pay for that, don't you?
It's hard. Teaching to stay in your lane and contain and do all those different things. It's a difficult thing to coach. You have to be disciplined. That's the key. You have to be disciplined.
And South Oldham back on the offense, trailing 3-0 now. 3 wide receivers to the left, and now Miles flips it out there. He's got Davila, and Davila crosses the 45-yard line to about the 47. Killingsworth in on the stop, along with Nolden.
And number 12, Junior Nolden.
Like a little run pass option.
Gain of 6 on the play. Second down.
Dodged a tackler and picked up 7 yards. Nice play.
And Miles, the quarterback, feels confident. It looks like throwing in any direction. He throws on the move.
He has a nice tight spiral on the ball. And
at the end of the first quarter, your score Eastern 3.
We have come to the end of the first quarter. The score Eastern 3 and South Oldham nothing. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter from Eastern High School on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Underway in the second quarter. Jules Davila on the carry for South Oldham.
Tackled on the play by number 54, Easton Lady.
Easton Lady with the stop for
5-yard
Eastern.
gain.
But that is good for a first down for South Oldham. They are now over in Eastern territory at the 49.
I think you're going to see a lot more pounding and running up the middle and just trying to wear down the defensive line of Eastern.
It's Hickerson moving for South Oldham now as the snap comes. Miles keeps it and then pitches. He's got Dixon. Here goes Dixon around the right side, and he's got a good gain down inside the 35-yard line.
Tackled by number 33, Quartavis Atkinson.
And Tavis Atkinson on the tackle for Eastern.
Gain of 11 on the play.
And puts it at the 33.
They love that option. It looks like the option is their outside gain.
Charlie Temple split to the right for South Oldham. Down at the bottom of the screen. That's Greenwell right behind the quarterback. Miles fakes to him, tosses to Dixon. Around the left side he goes, escapes a tackle there, and then goes out of bounds. That's another first down.
Defensive end or outside linebacker 1 for Eastern is collapsing down, and I mean that pitch is there all day long.
Number 23, Wyatt Hall on the coverage.
First.
17-yard gain. First and 10 from the 16-yard line.
First down, South Oldham. They are at the Eastern 16 now, trying to take the lead after the Eagles got a late field goal in that first quarter. 3-0 Eastern at the moment. And the snap goes over the head of the quarterback, and he's just going to have to fall on it and keep possession of the ball. And that's a big interruption to the South Oldham drive, and Miles had no choice. He just had to retain possession.
Loss of 14 on the play. It's second and long.
That hurts.
So now a second down play coming, and they are back at the 30-yard line. Have to get inside the 10 down to about the 7 for a first down. Hickerson moving, and a teammate also moving. And we get a timeout. So we get a timeout with 10:01 to go in the second quarter. The score Eastern 3 and South Oldham nothing. And we'll take a break with the timeout and be right back with more football on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
Back to action now as Miles takes the snap, keeps it, now pitches to Hickerson. He dodges a man and then is brought down by McLean from behind.
Brought down by number 6, Jake McLean.
have a long way to go to get that first down.
Third down now. Looks like about 12 to go. Miles has to have a lot of ball handling skills, doesn't he? The variety of plays that they run, and of course running the pitch after he kept it that time. Got Greenwell in there next to him now in the backfield. Here's the snap. He fakes to Greenwell, fires toward the middle, and nearly picked off. It is picked off. Eastern's got it. That one tapped in the air, and that time it was the defensive player that came down with it. Killingsworth with the interception. Gabe Killingsworth. He did that last week, or had a fumble recovery last week, and he is right around that football and made the interception.
Nice tip play. Way to make a play.
So Killingsworth comes up with the ball for the Eastern Eagles, and they will take over now with 9:01 to go before halftime. What about the 18-yard line? And now Rodriguez. With Mathis in motion, he hands off behind him. Martin with the carry.
Hand off to number 31, Tristan Martin.
Not much there for him.
Not much at all. I mean, the defensive line of South Oldham is stout, and you know they've got to create space with some quick hits down the middle and
loss of one on the play.
You know, and things of that nature. You know, go to quick passes, get those linebackers to loosen up a little, and I think you got some chances for a run. But you got to loosen those linebackers up. Right now, they're just all collapsing in on the A, B, and C gap.
And that one is officially a loss of 1. So 2nd down and 11 from the 17-yard line. Lance comes wide left toward the bottom of your screen for Eastern as Rodriguez waits and some movement up front.
Flag before the snap.
Here's the offsides on South Oldham.
It is, yeah. So that'll give them 5. Now from the 22, a 2nd and 6. A snap in the hand to Martin, running hard, gets out.
Nice
close to that first down marker, but not quite there.
Nice gang tackle by South Oldham on their sideline. Several players over there. That's fundamental good football.
Martin listed at 5'9", 185, a senior. And he's an important part. He is a good part of their running game.
Appears to be.
Third down. Ball marked at the 25. About 4 to go. Rodriguez straightens up, fires quickly, and the catch made by Lance. He's shoved out of bounds almost immediately, but that should be good for a first down.
Appears to be, yeah. Nice play.
Rodriguez is back, incomplete.
Oh, incomplete. Knocked it away from him. Looked like he brought that one in.
I know.
Yeah.
Our vision's getting to us. So it looked like he had it.
He was very close to the sideline. I don't know if he was out of bounds or not.
Like
but
he hauled it in, though.
Yeah, maybe just knocked it away. Anyway, an incomplete pass, and of course that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 4.
Very important punt here. I'd say that South Oldham's going to bring the house.
There's the snap. Gohagan, the kicker, gets it away. And the catch made, a fair catch by Dixon at about the 43-yard line in South Oldham territory. So the Dragons will take over. I'm sure each coach at this point is going to have a little regret about opportunities missed, because there have been some times when teams have advanced the ball and then they'll make a mistake and there goes the drive.
You know, you have to agree. You know, the reality is, you know, you can tell they're still a little rusty, both teams on offense, trying to find their mojo, trying to find what works for them. South Oldham's option play is really effective. Eastern is just struggling with the run, and we've got to create some seams to get some athletes open to create, you know, give them opportunities to get first downs.
On first down. And they go with the running play straight ahead.
Very nice
inside number 21,
Greenwell with the tough yardage.
Very nice. I mean, just followed his man and just kept grinding. And
gain of 5 on the play. It's 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5 for South Oldham. Their regulars across the front: Silas Kennedy, Matthew Osborne, Jackson Lanham, the center, Sam Dawson, and Nolan Jett. Second down play coming. Miles has it. He's going to throw long down the left sideline, and the ball is tipped away, but a flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
Burks on the defense down there, but may have had an extra hand in there.
Whenever you have 3 defensive guys on 1 offensive guy, the chances of a flag being on defense are pretty strong. So.
Deep pass interference. 15-yard penalty. Go to the yard. It's going to be a first down.
So they'll step that one off against Eastern. That comes with 6:25 to go in the second quarter. Still a 3-0 ball game. Eastern on top, a 42-yard field goal by Will Gohagan late in the first quarter. In fact, in the final minute of the first quarter, 39 seconds to go.
Right.
Now South Oldham after the penalty. Here is Miles ready to throw. He's got Dixon. And Oldham tried to wrestle him down. He spun away and then pushed out of bounds.
Way to string out the play. Anytime they go wide, if you can string it out to where the sideline is your friend on defense, you know, his option is either cut back in to pursuit or to try to find the sideline and string it out. Nice defensive play there.
Now Dixon listed at 5'10", but he looks like a pretty good target out there.
He does. Got nice hands, nice feet, nice gait. When he runs really well. Nice, smooth. Appears to be fairly fast.
Second down to about 6 for the Dragons. Greenwell in the backfield next to the quarterback Miles. Miles fires and nearly intercepted by Nolden. He was anticipating that time.
He definitely was. He broke on the ball really well. And honestly, I think he was surprised it was that wide open. It was definitely an interceptable ball.
Third down.
It was wide open in front of him too.
It was. If he'd gotten it, it was a sweet 6. There's no question.
So now third down for South Oldham. 3rd and 6. Ball at the 33-yard line in Eastern territory. South Oldham 1-0 on the season. Eastern dropped their opener. They're 0-1. Miles takes it, runs left. He's going to keep it himself this time. Takes a hard hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. And we get a flag.
It's got to be a block in the back or something of that nature on offense. It's a back judge, maybe a hold. I didn't see a face mask or horse collar or anything, so it's got to be something of that nature. Yeah, it looks like South Oldham's backing up.
Holding offense.
And it is a hold, and back 10 yards they go. And again, they advance the ball well into Eastern territory, but now moving backwards.
They're scared of prosperity, I guess. They are definitely, you know, they're moving the ball, but they're hurting themselves by just little mental things.
So the ball back at the 43 now. As the Dragons break the huddle as we come up on 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Charlie Temple out to the right, and now a whistle. South Oldham takes a timeout, and we will take a timeout as well. Take this break and be right back on Glycod.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
3-0 our score. Eastern on top on the field goal by Will Gohagen. And Mike, we've talked about the frustration the coaches might be feeling as far as execution, but very much anybody's ball game. It's not like any mistakes have cost you the ball game just yet. Whatever has happened, you can still go forward.
It's recoverable. You're exactly right. And, it's just a matter of, a step here, a catch there, and the next thing you know, it's a touchdown. So both teams are trying to execute within their systems, and some mistakes are made. But again, it's the second week of the season.
The ball at the 43. Third down and about 16 yards to go now for South Oldham. And now whistle and a flag.
Flag before the snap. Encroachment on the defense. Value of penalty.
That's the encroachment penalty. A 5-yard advance for South Oldham now. And that brings that third down a little bit into better range, 3rd and 11.
Definitely 4-down territory from there.
Miles ready, and he fires downfield. Got a man out there. That's a touchdown for South Oldham.
Looked like he had a cornerback on. He basically ran a post route, and the safety just didn't come up. The safety was there. He just didn't come up quick enough. And nice throw, nice catch, nice run after catch. Just a well-executed play.
38 yards for the score.
A 38-yard touchdown play. That might have been Hickerson, but we'll double check on that. First, the extra point try. And the kick is away, and it is no good. Don't know if somebody got a hand on that or not.
It looked like somebody may have blocked it.
So that comes with 4:51.
Or he kicked it into somebody. I'm not sure which. But
4:51 to go, and the score is South Oldham 6 and Eastern 3. We'll take a break. Be right back in just a moment on Glycod.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminen.com. Seminen Realtors, always one step ahead. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
South Oldham takes the lead on the touchdown pass, 6-3 the score. Extra point try failed, 4:51 to go in the second quarter. Trying to pin down the identity of that the player who made the catch there in the corner of the end zone, but
back deep for the Eagles,
Hale,
number 11,
who wears number 9.
And number 12, Junior Nolden.
I think I've been on the receiving end of that. We'll try to verify that as soon as we can. But in the meantime, we'll have to move on. And there's the kick on the ground and scramble for it. And Eastern is able to recover.
I think Mr. Hale, Evan Hale, who caught the touchdown. It was number 9.
Yeah, Jet was on that kickoff recovery there. And number 9, Evan Hale, with the catch for the touchdown from Miles. And now the Dragons have moved into the lead. 6-3, 4:43 to go.
32-yard line.
If you're Eastern, the best thing you can do here is hold on to the ball, get a couple first downs, hopefully a touchdown. But try not to make a mistake and give South Oldham a short field. It takes a 1-score game to a 2-score game real quick.
Here come the Eagles. Ready to go from the 32-yard line. Rodriguez rolls to his right. Dawson is after him. He fires downfield, and that one is picked off.
Number 2, Isaac Rodriguez's pass.
Looked like Dixon back there. Or 16 is Brendan Cunningham. And he made the interception. And now right back to South Oldham, and now a chance to put a little daylight between them and Eastern.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Rodriguez got pursued and pressured by Mr. Dawson?
Dawson.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Dawson, and you know, just overthrew a little, and had a receiver there, but just overthrew him. And you know, this is what you don't want to happen if you're Eastern. You want to stop the field goal or touchdown just to.
Here is Miles. He's going to go for it on this first play. Got a man out there. That's going to be a touchdown to Charlie Temple.
Obviously, South Oldham has found something that Eastern's doing wrong, and that was just a blown assignment on the defensive backfield because Mr. Temple was wide open.
Temple with the touchdown pass. 6'3", 195-pound senior. He was a big contributor on this Eastern team, both on offense and defense, and he was out there by himself that time, and Miles delivered the throw as they went for it all right after getting possession, and now they lead 12-3.
Looks like they're going for 2.
Lining up for 2, and they'll try to get it straight ahead with Greenwell.
2-point conversion is good. 4:22 right.
A flag flies, and I think that was after the play was completed.
If I had to guess, it's a taunting on South Oldham. Basically threw the Eastern defensive back to the ground, and it was way beyond the play, so some sort of unsportsmanlike contact. Or
they did signal that the 2-point conversion was good, though.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the conversion at all. It'll be on the kickoff.
Yeah, so we'll wait for the 2 points to be awarded on the scoreboard, but that penalty will follow. So
the extra point was good. After the play, dead ball, personal foul against the offense. 15-yard penalty will be applied on the kickoff.
So they'll do that on the kickoff.
4:22 remaining.
It comes with 4:22 to go in the first half. 14-3 is the score. And we'll see the South Oldham kickoff. Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. So they'll have to set up on the 25-yard line. Jair Funes will prepare to kick it off.
Back deep for the Eagles, number 11. Ben Mathis, number 12, Junior Nolden.
Mathis and Nolden back not so deep for Eastern. They're standing on their own 25-yard line, so an opportunity for Eastern to get some really good field position here following the big penalty after the successful 2-point conversion. But it is a 14-3 lead now for South Oldham.
Got to hang on to the ball.
Here's the kick away. Mathis waits for it and takes it. Comes up to the 30, 35, to the 40-yard line. And then he is hit and dropped and pushed back to about the 38, 37-yard line.
On the return. Number 23, Braden Schaffner on the start.
So the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at about the 38-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 Eastern.
Braden Schaffner with the tackle on the kickoff return. here comes Eastern down by 11. They need to get some momentum established before halftime.
Got to find some seams for some athletes and get the ball in their hand and give yourself a chance.
Martin comes up beside Rodriguez, and Martin takes the handoff, and he finds an opening and gets up across the 45 to about the 48-yard line.
Nice run. Nice. Right up the middle.
Tackle by number 16, Brendan Cunningham.
Found the seam. It was a very, very nice run. First down. Good job.
First down Eastern at the 48.
And good for another first down Eagles.
Rodriguez takes it.
Another
Gives it to
nice
Martin
run.
again.
Looks like the other is. I was going to say, it looked like there was a face mask going on in there. So I think that'll be a 15-yarder and a first down again.
Flag flies. Martin running very hard. He's tough to bring down when he gets the momentum going.
He keeps them churning now, let me tell you. He's not holding back. Running with purpose. And that's what you do. And when you run those inside runs, you have to run with purpose. You can't tiptoe through. You got to go.
Here's the call.
Personal foul, safe flag on the defense. 50-yard penalty will be added in the run.
Face mask penalty, personal foul, and that'll give them 15 more.
Give him a short field with plenty of time. If you're Eastern, you'd like to get a score here just so you can make it a one-score ball game at halftime.
Rodriguez takes it, runs to his left, and is caught from behind by Temple. He's the one that made the touchdown catch just a few moments ago. Now a big play on defense.
Yeah, he blitzed right up on him, and honestly, there wasn't much of a choice. So
loss of one on the play, second down.
Fortunately, he didn't fumble the ball because he tackled him hard from behind. So
a loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12 for Eastern. There's the handoff to Martin. He gets into the left side of the line, gets across the 30 to about the 29. Greenwell with the stop.
Those are some nice runs by Martin. He is hitting that seam hard, and you know he's stringing them out and cutting back. I mean, just very nice, solid running back form there. You can't ask for much more out of a kid.
Now, third down play coming. 3rd and about 7 for Eastern. Low snap. Rodriguez picks it up and then is immediately hit. And there's Charlie Temple again.
Just an all-out blitz. I mean, they're coming from the wide side of the field with the blitz, and Mr. Temple probably has the green light every time, it looks like.
4th down.
Charlie Temple listed at 6'2" and 185, and as we've seen on both offense and defense, has some speed as well.
He is an athlete. There is no question. He is an athlete.
So now 4th and 12. 1:35 to go. Eastern down by 11, so they'll take a shot at it here.
Timeout.
Now we get a timeout.
Timeout.
Eastern calls it, and we'll take one as well. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more on Glycod.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Semin Realtors, always one step ahead. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Mike Shelton with you on the broadcast tonight from Eastern High School. Kevin Maldonado is our producer, and Max Gorley, our camera operator tonight. Mike, if Eastern can stick one in here for a score, you can pretty much erase this first half and just start fresh, can't you? It's a big,
pretty much.
Big
I mean, you know, a one-score game at halftime. The only downside is South Oldham. I'm pretty sure gets the ball third quarter. So Eastern opened with the kickoff return. So, you know, you'd like to get a score because, you know, that prevents things from getting out of hand quickly.
Nice snap and a quick kick by Rodriguez, and the ball juggled.
He touched it.
And
oh, my
that is
goodness
a live
gracious.
ball, and Eastern may get it back.
They did. They did. Things happen. Special teams.
He's getting up off of that pile.
Yeah, it's got to be Eastern ball because it was a punt. They fielded it, bobbled it. Eastern recovered. Should be 1st and 10.
And it will be.
Recovered by the Eagles.
First down.
Even a field goal at this point would make a big difference. So just any points on the board are better than no points on the board, period. So they got a minute 17.
And Nzue was near that ball. Not sure that he was the one that got it, but he was right there on the pileup, and Eastern has it now. Down near the 26-yard line. Rodriguez running to his right. Still running. Going to hang on to it this time, and is dropped down near the 20-yard line.
Rodriguez on the keeper. Number 11, Charlie Temple on the stop for the Dragons.
Mr. Temple again.
1 minute remains.
He's been really active on that last offensive drive and then carrying right over to this defensive sequence for South Oldham.
Seems like a very good ball player. I'll tell you what, number 55, Mr. Dawson, the U of L commit, he's got some wheels for a kid that size.
Second down. Rodriguez fires out to his right.
Rodriguez pass intended for number 31, Tristan Martin, falls incomplete.
Martin came out of the backfield that time, but that one's incomplete.
Third down.
Looked like a pretty good crowd out there too around Martin.
It could have been bad because if it picked it off, it was wide open.
Third down, 4 yards to go from the 21-yard line. We're at 33.5 seconds to go in the second quarter with Eastern down by 11, but driving and wanting to get some points on the board before halftime, in addition to the 3 that they already have.
They've already got a 42-yard field goal, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, this is well within range for, is it Gohegan? I think
Gohegan.
So. Gohegan. Yeah. So, you definitely want to hang on to the ball because you don't want to do any. Ooh.
Here's Martin heading into the left side of that line, and he is barreling forward for yardage. He'll be short of a first down, but he managed to grind out 2 or 3.
Yep, I think so. I think you're looking at a 36-yarder or something of that nature. Unless they're going to go for it.
Fourth down, and they're going to make a decision. It's 7 seconds, 6, and we're going to wait and then call the timeout. 1.5. And we'll look for number 21 and
Eastern, the third and final timeout of the half.
possibly and see what they do here before halftime.
Put the game clock at 2.7.
So they'll reset the clock to 2.7 seconds. Well, both coaches will have plenty of material for their halftime talk. So
I think so. I think that, you know, neither team really made humongous mistakes. A couple of defensive breakdowns on the Eastern side of the ball to give some easy scores to South Oldham, but for mostly, you know, outside of those 2 plays, pretty fundamental good football. You know, as far as stopping the opponent, I wouldn't say they were perfect, but, you know, they were effective in making sure South Oldham didn't see the board until those breakdowns in the defensive backfield.
Now we see Gohagan out there. Mathis ready to hold. They'll set up this time.
I don't think the wind's going to be as big a factor.
Setting up at the 26-yard line.
Timeout, South Oldham.
Might as well use him, right?
Timeout.
Make him think about it.
Yeah.
Name a coach doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So they all do it.
So we know Gohagan has the leg to deliver this kick. No question about that. It's just a matter of executing. Right?
If we look at our field goal down here to the right, you can see some wind, but when we look here to the field goal he's kicking through, it doesn't look like there's any wind. So I don't know if the trees are blocking it to our far left of the parking lot, but that's an advantage for certain.
Well, we've had a beautiful evening for football and expect it to continue throughout the second half of our ball game as well. It's 81 degrees at kickoff. It has dropped some, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's very comfortable and
appears to be a nice crowd.
Nice crowd here tonight enjoying the game, and they'll see if Gohagan can bring the home team a little closer before halftime. They'll set it up from the 26. Mathis to hold. And it is on the way.
I think he missed it.
And he got it in there.
Wow.
So another field goal for Gohagan. 36 yards this time, and that was the final play of the first half, and we'll come to the end of the first half with a score. South Oldham 14 and Eastern 6. And we'll be right back and begin our halftime report after this break on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Back at halftime here at the Eastern High School, and the Homestanding Eastern Eagles put up a field goal late in the first half, in fact, the last play of the first half, to make it 14-6 as Will Gohagan hit on his second field goal of the evening, a 36-yarder after a 42-yarder earlier, and the Eagles have closed to within 8. I'm Keith Elkins along with Mike Shelton as we're here at Eastern High School tonight enjoying a Friday night event here at Eastern, and a good crowd on hand on a beautiful evening for football. And Mike, we talked about some of the teams maybe missing some opportunities as sometimes the execution fell a little bit short after a good start to a drive. But here it is, 14-6, and while that's a one-score lead for South Oldham, it also is indicative that we've still got a good ball game.
We do. Again, Eastern struggled a little on offense. South Oldham found some seams later. Eastern's goal here is to keep it one score, and then, like I say, I think that South Oldham's going to get the ball to begin the third quarter, and the goal there is to stop and get the ball back and hopefully, at a minimum, kick a field goal, but hopefully get some sort of score to close the gap. And, maybe a two-point conversion. We'll see. I don't know. But I mean, they both did miss some opportunity. I don't think it was. The big thing is there wasn't really any huge mistake that like a pick six or a fumble in the end zone, or there were a couple breakdowns on defensive backfield for Eastern, which allowed scoring to occur for South Oldham. But for the most part, in Eastern, I'll tell you, when they run the ball, they run hard. They hit the seams, and I don't know if they necessarily have that breakaway, kind of runner, but they definitely have a hard runner. And Tristan Martin and Mr. Martin, I would feed the bull, just give him a chance and, maybe run some time off and get your score and, let things happen in the fourth quarter.
All right, it's 14-6 right now. South Oldham in front. We're going to have a special guest here at halftime, and we'll call in the Eastern Athletics Director, Mr. Joe Shepper, is going to sit in with us for just a few minutes, and we'll talk to the AD here at halftime as we get the band and performers out on the field. And I know, Joe, first of all, thanks so much for the hospitality and the accommodations here at Eastern. We very much appreciate it, and glad to be here tonight. Tell me about game day for the AD. What's that like?
It's a busy, long day here at Eastern, man. I'm here at 7 a.m. to drop off my daughter at the elementary school at the back of campus, and then I don't leave until the last person's out at about 11:30 p.m. It's a long day.
Well, a lot of things to attend to, but I know you've got to be happy tonight with a beautiful night for football and a good crowd here, and people seem to be enjoying themselves very much. You got a good fan base, a lot of good things to work with here at Eastern, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. We're thrilled. We're thrilled at the way people really show up on Friday nights here at Eastern. I've always been blessed with a good crowd, good students, great band, great cheerleaders, great dance team. Working on the football team, obviously, got a new coach in there. We're working hard to really develop a good football program. It's difficult. It's always difficult to be in 6A, especially in Louisville, especially in a district with the teams we're in a district with. But we know it's a long process, and we're in it for the long haul. And
you mentioned the new coach, Adrian Morton, and I know you're proud of the hire and ready to see him get off to a good start. And he was talking about the different constituencies that he has to build, for whether it's younger players or just getting better relationships with his own team as he gets to know them. But you're part of that too, and I know you're wanting to see his progress be made. I know you're confident it will be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm addicted to being good at football, man.
Yeah,
we got sports here that are excellent. Our baseball program's top-notch. Our cheerleaders have won state titles twice in the last 4 years. We have good lacrosse. Our girls lacrosse have been in the state championship a few times. Boys soccer, one district. Softball, one district. And football is just something we've really never solved here at Eastern. And I'm not going to stop trying. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I think Morton's the guy. I think he's a good coach. I think he knows what he's doing. We're really excited to have a coach of his quality and caliber and tenure to come over here to Eastern. And he is building it from the ground up. We're getting more reps for our freshmen, our sophomores. We're having middle school games here on the weekends. Like we're having elementary school games, and we're here all the time. And we're just trying to show people there's an option. There's an option to stay out here. You don't got to go to Preston Highway or Lee Street to be good in JCPS at football.
Tell me about the things that are at the top of your list right now, not necessarily for tonight, but a longer term. What kind of goals do you have as the AD here?
My goal, my number one goal is obviously to provide opportunities for our kids. Our zip codes that our Eastern resides kids regularly do not choose Eastern. They choose private schools, they choose Male, they choose Manual, they choose Ballard even. And the reality is that we need to prove that we are a product that you want to stay home and go to. And we do that in a lot of sports, and we focus on facilities, and we focus on good coaching, and we focus on playing the best teams and being in the best tournaments and making the best trips and the best, everything here is comparable to everywhere else. And in reality, it's better than a lot of other places. And our people are bought in. I have so much support from my coaching staff, from our booster clubs. We have about 20 different booster clubs. We got a lot of parents that work long hours. Some of the parents are here longer than me. And they want to see it succeed. They want to provide a product for the kids of the East End that is great. And I told you I dropped my daughter off first thing in the morning at 7 a.m. I got 3 of those daughters. Yeah. She's 5, the next one's 4, the next one's 1. They're all going to be here. So I told Morton, I said, that's the clock right there. 9 years. 9 years, yep. My daughter will be down there on that sideline, and she wants to see a product. That's the clock I'm on.
That's right. Well, you are one busy man, both professionally and personally, aren't you? Well, we appreciate you stopping by for just a few minutes. Joe Shepard is the athletics director here at Eastern. That's where we are tonight. The homestanding Eagles trail 14-6 to South Oldham at the half. It's been a good first half of football. We'll look for more in the second half. Thanks
I do want to shout out one thing.
Sure.
Will Gohagen played the first half of the soccer game tonight over at Collegiate against the number 2 team in the state. Busted his butt to get all the way over here and hit 2 long field goals. So that's awesome.
He has had a big night, and he kept the leg warm, and he has really delivered for you. So,
thank you all for coming. You're always welcome here at Eastern.
You bet.
Have a good night.
Thank you. We'll take a break and be back with more of our halftime report in just a moment here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability, Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back here at halftime at Eastern High School with South Oldham leading by a score of 14-6. And Mike, you've got some other football going on.
I do. We have games all across the state. The scores we have updates on is Frederick Douglass is at Trinity. It is actually last report we had, which was late, early in the second, was 23-0 Trinity. Then we have Holy Cross at Providence, Indiana, across the river. Providence is ahead 21-0. I'm sorry, it was 41-21 Holy Cross. I can't read the writing. Sorry about that, guys. Then we have Mail at Ballard. Tough game, good matchup. At beginning of third, we had 17-7 Mail. Then we had Doss at Butler. In third, Butler was up 20-zip. Nelson County is at DeSales, 22-14 Nelson. Then we have South Warren, good team, at Manual, 6-0 in the second half. We have St. X at Bowling Green, really good team. Kevin Wallace, who coached St. X, that's his former stomping ground, and he won several state championships at Bowling Green. St. X is up 17-0. Then lastly, we have Cal at Owensboro into the first. I'm sure it's beyond that now, but it's 21-0 Cal over Owensboro.
And, of course, the first half scoring here, 14-6 is the score. And tonight's first half scoring from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Had a 38-yard touchdown pass for South Oldham, and then the short touchdown run by Greenwell. And that is the South Oldham scoring. And then 2 field goals, 2 long ones, 36 and 42 yards for Will Gahogan. We'll take a final break here. 14-6 the score. Getting ready for the second half action in just a moment here on Glycod.
Miller's Ace Hardware is more than a store, a proud community partner. They're the place for answers to your home repair or improvement questions. Mention this ad and receive a refilled propane tank for $19.99. Visit the helpful Miller's Ace folks at any of their 4 Louisville locations: Preston Highway and Gilmore Lane, St. Matthews, Taylor Boulevard, or the West End. And remember to download the Ace Hardware app for rewards when you shop.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Just about set for the start of the second half. 14-6 the score. South Oldham on top. And Mike, just briefly, what did these coaches talk about at halftime?
You know, maintaining control of the football. Big plays. Don't give up big plays. Make big plays. Special teams. Execute better on special teams. Make sure that you hang on to the football. There's been several fumbles that are key. So, just a number of different things. Again, second week, you're just trying to reel in what you can.
Hogan delivers the kick. That one bounces and fielded about the 15-yard line. That is Hale, and he's trying to get up across the 20 and does to about the 22-yard line. Make it Cordes, number 5 for South Oldham.
Nice tackle on that return by Mr. Killingsworth, Gabriel Killingsworth. got blocked and shed it and pursued across field and made a really nice tackle to stop a big gain.
Here come the Dragons as we start the second half. Miles waits, takes it, moves left, and keeps it himself, stretches it out. He's at midfield and brought down just as he crosses over into Eastern territory.
They love that misdirection option. That's just pull man right and, quarterback and tailback, essentially wingback, go left. And, I mean, it's there. It's just that simple. That has been very effective for them most of the night.
Well, that adds a lot to it when the quarterback can take off like that too.
It does. And, if the tailback can trail, he can still pitch downfield. It doesn't matter. As long as he's behind him, he can still pitch.
Here's the snap. Miles throwing out to his left. Got a receiver out there. That'll be close to first down yardage.
Looks like South Oldham's found a rhythm. Obviously, they saw something at halftime that they liked. And so here we go.
Davila on the reception. Juels Davila.
Eastern just needs to stop. If they can get a stop, turnover, something, they just need to stop. That's all they have to. They don't have to be world beaters. They just got to get a stop.
Second down play coming. Miles takes it, hands off to Greenwell. Gets into the middle of that line. He's met by a couple of Eastern players, and that is Sean Thompson is getting up from that pile.
Not much there. It's good, solid defensive interior right there.
Gain of 2 on the play. First and 10 from the 40-yard line.
They did get a first down. Davila goes in motion, and the handoff to Greenwell got some room. Close to another first down.
They're just finding, South Oldham is finding Eastern second-level linebackers just out of position and finding enough seam to get a 5 to 10 yard run, and that's the name of the game at this point. Just solid offense and, putting points on the board, make it a 2-3 score game.
That was good for a first down. Quartavis Atkinson made the tackle for Eastern. The ball now situated inside the 30, 29-yard line. That's where they marked it. First down for South Oldham. Trying to get an early score in the second half. Miles has it, and he tosses down the middle, and that's going to be caught, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Number 3, Adrian Miles, pass complete to number 9, Evan Hale.
Evan Hale that time made the catch. And they found him again and behind the defense and was able to gather it in. Nice throw and really one that Hale could easily run under.
It's like we had a hold.
But we did have a flag, and so it'll be a 10-yard penalty against South Oldham, so no touchdown there. But you mentioned late in the first half, they've had some strikes where the South Oldham receiver is the furthest man back there.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're faking a run, sort of delaying the route of Mr. Hale in this case. And then obviously that sucks your defensive backs up, and he's just sneaking out.
Now another flag flies.
Got to be on a coach, as late as it was, because they weren't even at the line of scrimmage.
Got dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the offense. 10-yard penalty. First.
I'm going to assume it was on the bench, but maybe not. We didn't say sideline infraction, so somebody was upset.
And sportsmanlike is the call. And now it'll be back at the 49-yard line. So, well, the good news is it's first down. The bad news is you need 30.
If you're Eastern, you're loving it. You just got to hope you can again, they just got to get a stop. That's all they got to do. And get the ball in their hands, and then who knows, give themselves a chance.
Yeah, just the opposite for Eastern. The good news is that it's 30 yards for a South Oldham first down. So
that's exactly right.
A chance to stall that momentum, and they still trail by only 8. Miles brings him out. Got Greenwell in the backfield with him, along with Davila. And the handoff goes to Greenwell. Around the left side he goes and is tackled near the sideline over there.
Number 21, Cole Greenwell on the carry.
Burks near the action, and also Atkinson.
Mm-hmm. Definitely have the numbers of their sideline because that's a short line of the field, a short side of the field, I should say. I'm sorry.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 25.
Second down and 25 coming up for South Oldham. Ball spotted at the 44. There's the snap, and there is Miles looking to throw. Fires long this time. He's got Temple out there, and Temple makes the catch, and that's good for a touchdown.
Nice throw, nice catch. Had triple coverage. I mean, it's just a well-placed ball. You can't really say anything bad about anything other than maybe one of the defensive backs could have been sitting on his helmet, I guess. I mean, that was just a really well-thrown ball.
It comes with 8:08 in the third quarter. Touchdown to Charlie Temple. Another well-thrown ball by Miles. The Dragons line up for the extra point try. And it is on the way. And good by Funes.
8:08 remaining in the third quarter. Your score,
should make
South
it
Oldham
21-6
Eastern 6.
over Eastern. A 15-point lead now for the South Oldham Dragons. 21-6, 8:08 to go in the third. We'll take a break and come right back on Glycod.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
21-6 the score. South Oldham edging out there now. They've moved it out to a 15-point lead as we get ready to see the kickoff with Mathis and Nolden back deep for Eastern. And the kick is away. Mathis goes to his right to get it. He's got it at about the 10. Comes upfield. Gets to about the 20 and then across the 25 to about the 27. A pretty good turn for Ben Mathis, but now a danger zone, you might say, for Eastern. There, you see a flag on this play, but 21-6 the score. This one starting to get a little bit out of range for the Eagles. Not there yet, but they need to stall the momentum and get some of their own.
I agree. I will give Mr. Mathis credit. He is fearless in his kickoff returns. He is not afraid to run it up into the middle of the pack and take a hit and try to spin out and create more yardage. So I'm not really sure what South Oldham's upset about. I mean, they got a two-score lead. Pretty much had 1st and 30 and made the first down and scored a touchdown. So, I hope calmer heads prevail and move forward. But, it was a textbook offensive drive, and this is exactly what you didn't want to happen if you were Eastern High School. So,
yeah. waiting for the announcement. What do you think of Miles' performance at quarterback tonight?
You know, he's thrown some really nice balls. I still think there's some defensive back responsibility that's just not quite there yet, and it could be because of youth. It looks like they're really young there.
Unsportsmanlike on the defense. Go 15 yards from the end of the play.
Those are the kinds of things you cannot do. But anyway, he's thrown some really nice balls. He has a nice spiral. Seems very comfortable in the pocket. Sets up well on his feet when he throws the ball. I mean, has very good fundamentals. You know, when he runs up against some of the better 5A schools, we'll see. You know, I'm just not sure that Eastern's defensive backfield is where it needs to be right now, as Mr. AD just alluded to. So we'll get there.
Just under 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Eastern now at the 43-yard line in their own territory. Rodriguez, the quarterback. Martin in that backfield with him. Rodriguez fires it out to Mathis, and then he dropped the ball, bounced right back up to him. He continues on to close to the 50-yard line, but a flag is down.
Looked like there may have been a hold on the screen by a wide receiver for Eastern. That's the only thing I can figure out. Came from the back judge, the field judge, which was a long way away, but maybe he saw something. Yeah, that's what it was.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
They'll step off the 10-yard penalty.
Sort of negates that unsportsmanlike conduct, so here we are.
We've seen a few flags tonight.
We have, nothing crazy, but South Oldham just needs to keep playing their game, and they'll be just fine.
1st and 20 now from the 33-yard line as Rodriguez takes it. Look to his right, now starts upfield and is met by a host of South Oldham Dragons.
Sort of collapsed on Rodriguez and didn't feel he had anywhere he could throw it, so safe to tuck the ball and at least hang on to it. Wasn't the outcome wasn't what they wanted, but looks like they lost a yard.
The ball at the 32-yard line for Eastern. As they work in their own territory, down by 15 in the third quarter. Rodriguez has a little time. This time fires. Nice catch by Mathis. Here he goes. He's at the 40, at the 35-30, and then brought down inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. Dickamore brought him down, but nice throw and catch, and Mathis really took off with it.
Kid's a baller now. He is not afraid to play the game. Good for him. Nice catch. Nice run after the catch. Good protection up front. That's what Eastern has to do. They need a score here desperately.
And Mathis listed at 5'9", 165, a junior. He had 4 catches in the loss to Valley last week for a total of 49 yards. Had a touchdown in that game. First down now at the 27, and now the handoff goes to Martin as they try to get a little ground game going, but he is met hard after a short gain.
Number 2, Blake Dickamore on the stop for the Dragons.
Picked up a couple.
2nd and 9.
I'll call it 1 officially. 2nd and 9 now, let's say it. The 30 or the 25-yard line. Eastern working in South Oldham territory, needing a score, down by 15. Mathis and Lance out to the right at the top of your screen. And the handoff to Martin. Into the middle he goes this time and gets to at about the 23-yard line.
I would think they probably are 4-down territory here. They're inside. They could kick another field goal. They're definitely within range for Mr. Gohegan. So.
Yes. If you heard our halftime interview, Gohegan was busy with the soccer team and
That's what I heard.
made his way over to the football field to take part in this one, and he has had a big part.
Says a lot about the kid. Dedication.
Third down play, third and about 7. Rodriguez fires out to his left, and he was going for Peggy, but pass out of bounds.
Number 88, Caleb Peggy, incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
So a fourth down play. Peggy, the target that time, is 6'2" sophomore. So he's got a couple of years to develop, and he'll be, looks like a good target for Eastern quarterbacks.
They got a lot of young players. That's why I say I don't think Eastern is as far off as they can be. They just got to retain their talent and develop it. And they've got some good-sized kids. They're just young. They got a couple seniors, but nothing that, as time goes by, I think they're going to be a really solid club.
Gohegan out there. And he set him up at the 30-yard line, so a 40-yard attempt. We know he can do that now. It's a fake. Here is Mathis to throw it. Throws out to his left, incomplete.
Not a bad call. Not a bad call at all. You couldn't just give up. You had to give your shot.
He was going for Dukes, but out of his reach. Now the ball will go over to South Oldham. Ball at the 23-yard line in South Oldham territory. So Eastern comes away empty on that drive, and now 4:37 left in the third.
Need to stop Eastern.
Miles up under center this time, now running left, and pitches back behind him.
Nice run.
That's good for a first down. Dixon carried the ball that time. We've seen a lot from him tonight.
We have. Wide side of the field. While you don't have numbers, you got space. If anything, the option requires one of the numbers on the wide side to commit to go to the quarterback, which frees up more space. And if you flip it correctly, you're going to get a good 5 to 10 run. So.
Up to the 38-yard line, a gain of 15, a first down for South Oldham. Miles up under center, comes to the right this time and turns upfield quickly. Gets a couple of yards, but that's all.
That was a much better contain on the quarterback. Anytime you run an option, if you're on defense, the defensive end has to attack the quarterback or whoever's there. It doesn't matter, linebacker, defensive end. You have to attack the quarterback and force him to make a decision. And that was a much better technique there on that. So anyway, obviously the game was short in comparison to the play before. So anyway, much better.
So this will be a 2nd and 8 play. Ball at the 40. Miles takes it, moves left, pitches back. Down the sideline he goes. And that's going to be a touchdown for South Oldham.
Very well executed. Obviously, Eastern has problems on that, the right side of their defensive line.
Anthony Dixon again.
He's got some wheels.
And now things starting to really go in South Oldham's favor, and that time Dixon just turned on the speed and took it all the way in.
There's no question that Dixon has got some wheels. You're exactly right.
27-6 the score after the Dixon touchdown, and now they'll see if they can tack on the extra point. Funes boots it away, and it is good, and it's now 28-6. And South Oldham has stretched out that lead to 22, and we'll be right back for the kickoff on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
So we're at 28-6 back at Eastern's football stadium. Excellent execution by the South Oldham offense. Looks like Eastern's going to receive. We'll see what Mr. Mathis can do if they kick it to him. And we'll go from there.
And he'll see if he can get the Eastern offense started with a good return. We saw that at the beginning of the ball game.
He's done very well, like I say, and he appears to be, committed to the game, and that's when you're playing in a position he's playing, you have to be. Not afraid to take a hit.
Back deep for the Eagles, number 11, Ben Mathis.
So he and Nolden are back for Eastern as we get ready for the kickoff following the score that made it 28-6 in favor of South Oldham. Late stages of the third quarter, 2:42 to go. Line drive kick. That one takes a bounce, and Mathis over there for it, but it's out of bounds. So the flag flies.
They start on the 35? Is that correct? I think they start on the 35.
If it goes out of bounds, yes, I think so. I think you're right. And that one did go out of bounds.
For some reason, I had a 25-yard marker on that. I don't know if that's college or maybe it's pros. There's so many different rules.
Different rules, different levels.
There is.
So they'll start at the 35-yard line. Eastern down by 22. Rodriguez. Now we get
false start.
Yeah, flag again, and that'll set Eastern back.
False start on the offense. Side penalty. First down.
So now if you're Eastern, you first have to just regain your composure a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, you got to regroup a little, work on first downs. Don't try to, eat the elephant one bite at a time type mentality. And, you just got to get yourself in a position to create something.
Here comes Martin with it, trying to hit around that left side. He is met there and brought down.
Fumble on the play, recovered by number 7, Andrew Kern.
And that one got away, I guess, and Kern got it. Yeah,
it did.
Andrew Kern with the recovery for North Oldham. They got it away from Martin, and
he was awful proud of it too.
So Andrew Kern with the recovery, the 5'11" junior. And the ball right at the 35-yard line. But now it belongs to South Oldham.
It does. Give them a short field. Again, this is not what the doctor ordered for Eastern football.
Let's see if they try to strike quickly this time after the turnover.
I would think so.
And a whistle and a flag.
On the offense. Side yard penalty. First down.
Well, step off 5 against South Oldham. Get the ball on the 40-yard line now. 1st and 15 for the Dragons. Trying to improve their record to 2-0. They got a victory over Meade County last week, a shutout win, 26-0. Dixon in motion, and Miles under some pressure got rid of it. Fires it out to the left, and that one is going to fall incomplete.
Just a tad short. Probably just one of the few balls that have not really been in the spot for South Oldham. But again, coverage is decent. Probably wasn't as tight as it could be, but anyway.
Yeah, Burks with the coverage out there. Charlie Temple, the intended receiver.
Mr. Burks is a sophomore. I just think that Eastern's got a lot of young talent, and it's just going to take time to develop it, and you could see a completely different football team in 2 years.
Miles takes it, runs to his left, pitches behind him.
Touchdown.
Plenty of opening, and here's Dixon again in for the touchdown.
Number 10, Anthony Dixon on the carry.
You just can't give him that kind of space on a pitch. You've got to collapse on that quarterback quick, and
40 yards.
it's just not happening on the right side of the defensive ball for Eastern.
And they are really pulling away now, leading at 34-6 after the touchdown run by Dixon. And the speed of Dixon once he broke into the secondary.
Is that his third? It's at least 2, if not 3.
They set up for the extra point try, 34-6 to score. Funes boots it through once again, and that makes it 35-6. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the third. A 35-6 lead for South Oldham over Eastern, and we'll be right back on Glycon.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Gilley, King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Gilley, King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back at Eastern High School, 2:11 to go in the third quarter, 35-6 the score. South Oldham pulling away here in this second half, and they are dominating now. Funes ready to put the toe to it once again. It'll go to Mathis's side of the field. He comes up to the 20. Coming around to the left side, but pulled down before he can get out to the sideline. And the clock stops with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball marked at the 23-yard line in Eastern Territory as the Eagles try to get something going and make it a little more of a ball game, but it's all South Oldham right now.
Eastern just looking for something for momentum. Just, let's put some points on the board and minimize the differential.
They hand it to Morton again. He finds a little bit of a hole, but met by Greenwell and Davila, and they push him back from the 30-yard line.
Nice cut. Very nice cut.
Met by number 21, Cole Greenwell. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down.
They'll mark it at the 30.
Correction, gain of 7.
Second down following the carry by Martin, and just about 3 to go. Rodriguez now, the football hits the turf, and a scramble for it.
I think South Oldham got it.
South Oldham has the football.
Recovered by South Oldham.
So the Dragons come away with it, and now an opportunity to stretch this one out even further.
First and 10, South Oldham from the Eastern 26-yard line.
They'll start from the 26-yard line. Miles brings him out, has Greenwell behind him. Moves out to his left, looking, and tosses it complete Down the sideline and into the end zone is Dixon again.
He's having a whale of a game.
Number 3, Miles pass complete to number 10, Anthony Dixon. 26 yards.
Dixon has just dominated here in the third quarter, as has South Oldham as a team. Another 6 points on the board for South Oldham. That'll make it 41-6. Just under a minute to go. And we'll have a running clock after this point. Actually starting with the 35-point lead, which is on the board now. So Miles to do the holding on the extra point try. Funes puts it in there again to make it 42-6, and we will see the running clock from this point. First, we'll take a break, though, and be right back with more action here on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
We are back, and Eastern trailing now 42-6. At this point, Mike, you just want to see who's playing hard and give it your best and try to get something out of these final minutes of action.
You know, it's really a shame because Eastern has, you know, outside of a couple of big plays, you know, maybe 3 to 5, maybe 6 big plays on South Oldham's offense, they played solid football. They haven't scored a lot of points, but they're running hard, they're hitting hard, they're doing all the right things, but they just can't give up the big play. I mean, you can't continually give up 30 to 40-yard touchdowns. Right. Now, granted, you know, Dixon may be the best athlete on the field, but if he's not, then his teammate, oh goodness, what's his name? Evan Hale is. Or Temple. I mean, you can pick a bunch of them.
You got
but
a few of
them.
I
mean, you know, just like right here. I mean, those are good, solid, hard-hitting. You know, and so I'll give South Oldham credit. I mean, I think they've got a decent ball club this year. We'll see how they fare once they hit district and state, but they appear to have a very good ball club. So Eastern's got some young players, and you know, at this point we've got a running clock, and you know, if anything, you've got to make sure that you push to the end. You know, play 12 minutes really hard. Hopefully get in, you know, a couple first downs. If you can, a touchdown, that would be awesome. Cut the deficit. Don't make it look as bad as it should be. And, you know, just keep the spirit. You know, you've lost one game because you made a mental mistake. There's been several mental mistakes this game that you just can't back yourself into against a good ball club like South Oldham.
Well, we've reached the quarter break, so let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with the fourth quarter action in just a moment on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back for the fourth quarter, and a new quarterback for Eastern is Hudson Overstreet. Overstreet is a freshman, 5'8", 170, wears number 14. He handed off to Tristan Martin that time for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. We also saw a freshman, Isaiah Edwards, make that kickoff return just a few moments ago, too. So we may get a chance to see some of the younger Eastern players in this final quarter with the clock running.
You want to get them reps when you can. I mean, if it's out of hand, you know, get them Get them on the field. Let them see the speed of the game. Let them touch the football if they're a skilled guy. Get them some opportunities, and who knows, it may pay off later on in the season. Nice read.
Overstreet
Smart.
takes off with it himself.
Overstreet on the keeper.
Gets close to a first down.
Smart play.
Slides down at the 47-yard line. Third down.
Well, he did slide down, so he's still a few yards short of that first down. Or where are they going to spot it now? Let's see. Yeah, about two and a half short of the first down. And Overstreet heads back to the huddle. This was a 14-6 game at halftime, but
it was just like I say. It just everything Eastern didn't want to happen happened. Everything South Oldham wanted to happen happened. So here we are.
That's an Overstreet, takes it, and he's going to run straight ahead. Again, short of the first down, might have gotten a yard.
Overstreet on the keeper.
Somewhat surprised South Oldham still has the ones in. You would think if we're running clock, it's out of hand.
No gain. Fourth down.
Why risk a rolled ankle or something silly at this point?
Well, a fourth down play, or fourth down situation, I should say. Fourth and about 3 with the ball at the 47-yard line in Eastern Territory. Overstreet heads back to the huddle. He's got Martin there with him, but Overstreet has it. Throws quickly.
First down.
And the catch was made over there for the first down. That is Mathis, I believe. It was Mathis. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Had to get rid of it quickly and did.
Good for another first down, Eagles.
You got to look for small positive steps at this point, and if you can move the ball and get first downs, and that is much more than what has happened earlier in this half. So give yourself a chance to find some positives.
So at the 49, a first down. Overstreet at quarterback. He's going to toss it out to the right, and that one is incomplete, going for Isaiah Edwards, another freshman.
I don't think Mr. Edwards was looking for that ball just yet. It was a quick pass, and it literally whipped right past him. I don't think he realized it was on its way.
Clock running. We're coming up on the 8-minute mark in the fourth quarter. A running clock with the 42-6 margin on the board for South Oldham. Second down and 10. Overstreet, this time he does give it to Edwards, and Edwards is met right away and thrown down in the backfield.
Tackle by number 55, Sam Dawson.
Dawson on the stop, and he was there almost before the handoff was.
Loss of 4 on the play. It brings up third down.
The third down play coming. Third down and 14 for Eastern. Mathis comes to the right, Peggy to the right of Mathis. At the bottom of your screen is Hudson Overstreet awaits the snap. He's got it. Comes to his right, wants to throw. Nice delivery out there. Nice catch by Mathis. Down inside the 35-yard line, and that's good for a first down. Freshman has a strong arm, doesn't he?
He's not afraid to sling it. I'll give him credit. You'd have to run in platform shoes to see over everybody, but he's not afraid to sling it.
That's right. He is listed at
5'8".
5'8", so
that's probably a stretch.
Yeah, that's a tough set of circumstances for the quarterback on occasion, but that time if you can get outside a little bit, as he did that time.
He's a freshman, so he's got room to grow, but my goodness, he definitely can read and find seams, and that in high school football, that says a lot.
He put something on it, and catch was made, and now a first down. This time he hands it off. Tristan Martin. Martin, one of the veterans for Eastern, 5'9", 185-pound senior. We've seen him running the football throughout this game.
Second down.
Clock running with 5.5 minutes to go in this one. That's an Overstreet back to the huddle. You know they'd like to take it in for a score.
I think that would be a good confidence builder, not only for Mr. Overstreet, but also for the offense. They just need something positive. Just grab something that puts them in a position to do something. So.
Martin again gets inside the 30 this time to about the 28.
South Oldham is playing for the
4-yard gain.
For the 0 for the second half. They do not want his touchdown and say that's the only thing I can figure out, because the game's well within hand and they still have several of their ones out there, and I'm just like,
This will be a 3rd and 7 play for Eastern. Ball marked at the 29-yard line in South Oldham territory. There's 2 field goals on the board for the Eagles tonight. Big E to the right, as is Mathis. Now the snap, and Overstreet, a quick delivery, and this one is caught by Peggy, and he is dragged down inside the 10. Dickamore with the tackle, but again, he had to put something on it to get that to the receiver.
He did. He put a nice throw and nice catch, and Peggy sort of stumbled, or I think he would have been in there. I think they have some really nice young talent here at Eastern. I mean, Peggy is
first down,
he's a sophomore. I mean, a tall, lanky kid, has room to put weight on. I'm sure he's a basketball player, but regardless, he's got ability.
Ball at the 7, a 1st and goal situation now for Eastern. Overstreet looking and feeling the pressure and is dragged down.
Yeah, it looked like a horse collar to me, but they didn't call it. I don't.
Dickamore
there's
the
a
tackle.
flag now. There's a flag. They're going to call the horse collar. That'll be half the distance. Maybe they can get a score here.
First foul, first down tackle. Pass this to the goal line. Still first down.
Eastern is at Fairdale next week, and then home against Fern Creek, and then at Atherton. That's what's ahead for the Eagles. South Oldham at Tate's Creek next week. We'll have that one on Glycon. North Oldham on September the 12th. They'll have a few people for that one, won't they, against North Oldham?
I would think they would. It seems to be a nice rivalry between the two of them. Tuck it and run.
Running.
Touchdown.
He's going to carry it, and he's going to keep it, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown.
Good play. Nice play.
Well, the freshman quarterback puts a touchdown on the board with 2:06 to go. That makes it 42-12. And a bright spot for the Eagles tonight.
Seems to be.
On to attempt the extra point for Eastern, number 21, Will Gohagen.
Gohagen. Out there to try the extra point. With Mathis holding. And the kick is on the way, and it is good.
Gohagen's got a leg, let me tell you.
42-13 is the score. It is South Oldham on top of Eastern, and we'll come back in just a moment on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Mike Sheldon. And Mike, we've got a blowout game here with the clock running, but we've talked a little bit about what Eastern can try to learn here in these few minutes and try to put something positive on the board. What does South Oldham take away tonight?
You know, 2 or 3 things I see with South Oldham from a learning perspective, because you always learn, regardless if you're winning or losing, you still learn. You know, South Oldham needs to remain disciplined. They've had some unnecessary penalties, in my opinion. Didn't hurt them at all, but they were unnecessary. And in a tighter game, they could make a difference. South Oldham's offense is electric. Let's call it what it is. I mean, they have 3 or 4 really, really talented skill guys with a quarterback who can throw the ball. So those are good things. But, you know, the difference between a great team and a good team is discipline and, you know, playing within yourself and following a scheme or a pattern that you know you succeed in. So, anyway, but South Oldham is much better than I thought they would be, and good for them.
We get the kickoff now. The clock is running, and we are inside the final minute now with the running clock. And I think that's going to be it. So we will not get a kickoff.
No.
And the final score is on the board right now, 42-13, as South Oldham is going to win it to go to 2-0 on the season. Eastern drops to 0-2 following a tough loss to Valley last week. Tonight, a decisive loss to a good South Oldham team, and players meet in the handshake line as the final seconds count off tonight in this game that had a running clock throughout the fourth quarter, and we have reached zeros on the board, and this game is over, and the final score is South Oldham 42 and Eastern 13. We'll take a break and begin our postgame report in just a moment on Glycod.
Your final score.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Gilley, King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy and Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Gilley, King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Miller's Ace Hardware is more than a store, a proud community partner. They're the place for answers to your home repair or improvement questions. Mention this ad and receive a refilled propane tank for $19.99. Visit the helpful Miller's Ace folks at any of their 4 Louisville locations: Preston Highway and Gilmore Lane, St. Matthews, Taylor Boulevard, or the West End. And remember to download the Ace Hardware app for rewards when you shop.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
Keith Elkins along with Mike Shelton back here for our post-game report at Eastern High School, where the home team lost it tonight to South Oldham. South Oldham wins it by a score of 42-13, a game that was 14-6 at halftime tonight, Mike, as we noted. And then in the second half, we saw Eastern take advantage of maybe some defensive mistakes, but also some good plays by the Eastern receivers, and Miles delivered some good throws, and we saw a couple of touchdowns by Charlie Temple. Anthony Dixon was just almost too much to handle there in the second half. So a lot of different things, it seemed like, added up to this Eastern blowout win in the second half after a pretty competitive first half.
You mean South Oldham blowout win?
Did I say South Oldham?
You said Eastern. It's okay. That's okay. Just to clarify.
Yes,
but you're right. South Oldham found some rhythm on offense in the second half. Honestly, they just played good fundamental football. The first key of the second half is you get the balls to do what? Score. They did that. The second key, once you score, what stopped the other team? South Oldham did that. And then obviously from there were some defensive back breakdowns and stuff that obviously made several receivers for South Oldham, score some touchdowns. So, with it all said and done, South Oldham executed well. Like I say, the bigger thing I would tell them to focus on is, discipline and unnecessary flags, and I'm sure the coaches will work on cleaning that up this coming week. Eastern's got a lot of work. I mean, I think the athletic director best admitted that, they're rebuilding, and it's not a 1 or 2 year process. It's going to be, a 3 to 5 to 7 year process of getting kids who believe in Eastern football and who believe in Eastern high school. And that's just, it's a time issue. Eastern's always had struggles getting kids to come here because a lot go to private schools. And in high school football, all it takes is 3 or 4 on each side to make a really good team. But if 3 or 4 go to 3 or 4 other schools, it doesn't help you. So, with that said, but South Oldham definitely played much better, in my opinion, in the second half. The first half, they really sort of struggled. I mean, I wouldn't say that they didn't execute, but they struggled, and Eastern kept them at bay. I would have given the first half nod outside the scoreboard to Eastern just because I thought they were running the ball very aggressively. I thought they were hitting seams. And obviously they've got a great field goal kicker. So, but regardless, South Oldham won the game. South Oldham deserves a win, and hats off to their coaching staff for preparing their kids for the W. Next week's another week.
If you're playing South Oldham, you really have to keep an eye out for a lot of quality athletes that are going to make big plays.
They
seem the guys that can break it.
They do. They seem like they have several skill guys who just can take over a game. And I mean, they're not little either. They're good-sized kids. So there's no doubt in my mind that South Oldham is going to do well in their district play. And we'll see. Once you get into state, it just depends on the luck of the draw with regions and who you're traveling to or traveling to you, and there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts once you get into state playoffs.
14-6 was the halftime score tonight, but it was all South Oldham in the second half, with the exception of the last touchdown, a nice touchdown drive led by Overstreet, the freshman quarterback for Eastern, as the Dragons dominate the second half and win it by a score of 42-13. And we've got some other football going on.
We do have
tonight.
some updates on football scores. So reading through real quick, we have Mail over Ballard 17-14. That's a final. We have Frederick Douglass 0, Trinity 37, and that's towards the end of the fourth quarter, so I would think that's a Trinity win. Holy Cross 48, Providence, Indiana 35, and that's at the 2:47 in the fourth, so I would assume that's a final or thereabouts. Doss 0, Butler 36. Butler bounced back. They played Mel last week and really didn't have a good outing. So Butler did bounce back. Nelson County and DeSales should be in the fourth quarter at this point. Into third quarter, it was 29-28 in Nelson County. So a good ball game there. South Warren at Manual. South Warren's always got a tough team. South Warren 6, Manual 3. That was in the third. So that's anybody's ball game at that point. St. X 27 at Bowling Green 19, and that was with 7 to go in the fourth. So, still anybody's ball game, but I would think St. X will hold on for that one. Then you got Cal at Owensboro, Christian Academy at Owensboro, 35-0, and that was with 7 to go in the third. So, looks like, some teams, it looks like some tight ball games out there, and then some teams just, execute a little better on offense than others.
It was a 42-13 win for South Oldham tonight over Eastern, and we'll take a break and continue with our postgame report in just a moment here on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank. Building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Okay.
Wrapping things up at Eastern, and we'll have our most outstanding players a bit later for you, just in a few moments. But right now, in looking back at this game, Mike, you've coached young players, and it's patience and development and reps and an awful lot of work, isn't it?
It just is. And the good news is, when you get in a game like this, especially on the eastern side of the ball, you find out what you got. And you find out who's the fighters and who's not, and who's going to, who you want in your foxhole. And I do believe that Eastern has a few of those in their camp. So you got to build on that, and then you've got to work through. But for South Oldham, just like last week, you can say this about every Friday night game. You're playing ones against ones, and you really don't know in a smaller school. South Oldham's definitely not small, neither is Eastern, but they don't have the numbers. They don't have 100 kids on the sidelines like St. X or Trinity. So when you play ones against ones, you find out real quick how good your ones are or are not. So, again, from a South Oldham perspective, they performed well. They played well last week against Meade. They played good today. Some mental mistakes, but nothing dramatic. And, you want to keep building on that momentum if you're South Oldham, and you want your ones to play the best ones out there. That's what it boils down to, and that's how you know if you've got a good football team. With Eastern, it's a rebuild. And, again, it's about finding that core group, that foundation that wants to play for Eastern, that wants to build the program, that wants to make it happen. I was part of that when I played high school football at a small county school, and we were part of the building group. And then after I graduated, they made playoffs, and there's a lot of pride in that. I never had the opportunity to play in the playoffs, but the reality was they did. And, I was well known for being one of the core group to help build. So, it's just the coffee you're served. You just got to play what you can do and be the best athlete you can be. And obviously set an example for others that are coming behind you. So, no shame in Eastern's effort. I actually thought they again, I mentioned earlier, I thought they outplayed from a total football perspective. I really do think they outplayed South Oldham in the first half. Second half, there were some mental errors. There were some breakdowns on defensive backside, and that's what hurt Eastern. Eastern hurt themselves because of just they weren't there. Some of it's age, youth, inexperience, whatever you want to call of it. Some of it is just South Oldham's athletes were better. It is just that simple, and that's what happens when you're in a rebuilding process. That doesn't mean the kids that Eastern has that are freshmen, sophomores, and even juniors next year won't be at that level. They're just not there right now. So anyway, I think there's a lot of good takeaways. I don't think there's anything negative. If you go negative in the second week, you're in trouble. You don't want to do that.
Right.
You want to stay positive. Tell the kids, to keep our heads up. It's gonna happen. Maybe week 6, but we're gonna win, and it's gonna happen. And just keep fighting and kicking and screaming, and boom, you turn the corner just like that.
Yeah. A lot of football to be played in this 2025 season, and we'll have a lot of it for you on Glycod. We'll talk a little bit about that when we come back, and we'll also have our most outstanding players from tonight's game as we continue and come back to wrap things up with that in just a moment on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back to wrap things up tonight, and we'll do that with tonight's most outstanding players, brought to you by State Farm insurance agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Mike, tell us about the standouts tonight.
Well, the first standout we had was on Eastern's team, Mr. Gohegan, Will Gohegan, place kicker. But the bigger thing, which the athletic director alluded to, was he played one half of soccer against the number one team in the state at Collegiate High School here in Louisville, and then drove over here for the football game, and then commenced to kick 2 field goals and a number of kickoffs, and I think he may have even punted. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway, the bottom line is in athletics, if you're making money in athletics as an athlete, points matter, and he was the only person that had any points on the field for Eastern High School. There were others that were worthy, but points matter. So with that being said, for South Oldham, it was Anthony Dixon. By far, the most productive from a touchdown perspective for South Oldham. There were a number of other players who equally were as talented, but again, points matter. And early in the season, when you're getting them, you have to reward those who score. So eventually, there'll be a defensive player. There'll be another standout. Maybe somebody makes a big play. Quarterbacks matter. And they all, South Oldham has a number of players that will get this award throughout the season. But Mr. Dixon and Mr. Gohegan were the best two tonight.
Those are our most outstanding players, brought to you by State Farm insurance agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Before we talk about the schedule next week, Mike, just want to say what a pleasure it is to work with you. It's the first time we've worked together.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you having me along.
Well, we're glad to have you here and appreciate all the insights tonight. Well, coming up next Friday, a huge Week 3 highlighted by Mail at St. X and Douglas hosting Manual. A look at the complete schedule is brought to you by the Van Treese team at Semin Realtors, always one step ahead. On Glycod next Friday, September the 5th, 7 p.m. start, Mail at St. X. That's an audio-only broadcast. Then at 7:30, it's Manual at Douglas. Also at 7:30, South Oldham at Tates Creek. A 7 p.m. kickoff in Southern Indiana for Brownstown Central at New Albany. 7:30 for Corbin at Bryan Station. And 7:30 for Shelby County at Collins. That's our look at next week's schedule. So that will do it for us tonight and for our entire Glycod crew, including producer Kevin Maldonado and camera operator Max Gorley, and for analyst Mike Shelton, I'm Keith Elkins. Thanks very much for watching tonight. Again, the final score, it was South Oldham 42 and Eastern 13. Good night from Eastern High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, your premier metal recycling solution. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Interstate Batteries and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.